taking into consideration the restrictions around COVID-19 and maintaining the protocols under the EMRA, we will achieve this by broadcasting our conference from 10 locations, which will represent all area council of the Jamaica Labour Party right across the country. The Jamaica Labour Party will conduct its first interactive digital political conference in Jamaica. The conference will be staged under the theme, Building Back Stronger. We campaigned in the general elections of 2020 under the theme, Build Back Stronger. We will use our conference to show the country the steps that we are indeed taking and the steps that are being taken to build back the country from the onslaught of COVID-19. This conference will be done in accordance with the Constitution of the Jamaica Labour Party, which says that in order for a conference to be lawfully constituted, that 500 members must be in attendance for a quorum for our annual conference. And indeed, taking into consideration the restrictions around COVID-19 and maintaining the protocols under the EMRA, we will achieve this by broadcasting our conference from 10 locations, which will represent all area council of the Jamaica Labour Party right across the country. Area Council 1, which consists of the corporate area, will have the National Indoor Arena as the main location for the conference. It is from this location where the party leader and officers of the party will address the nation. The other locations in Area Council 1 will be the Denham Town Community Center in West Kingston, the Stony Hill Art Academy in West Rural St. Andrew, and the Papine High School in East Rural St. Andrew. Area Council 2, El Tamay in Spanish Town and Port Antonio High in Portland. Area Council 3, Denby Showground in Clarendon and Otrius High in St. Anne. Area Council 4, Luana Bennett Banquet Hall in St. Elizabeth and the Boardwalk Business Center in the Grill. I must point out that Westmoreland will be one of our main areas within Western Jamaica in this year's conference. Westmoreland is a parish that the two members of parliament are not senior members of parliament. It's a parish where the MPs are relatively new. So the focus will be in Westmoreland to highlight the new members of parliament and to give the kind of support and respect to the people of Westmoreland that they gave to the Jamaica Labour Party in the last general elections. The conference will commence at 11 a.m. and will run until 3 p.m. We're asking all delegates of the party to be in their places by 10 a.m. Each location will only be allowed to admit 50 persons. And these 50 persons will be selected by the area council executives because they are accredited delegates of the Jamaica Labour Party. All attendees must be fully vaccinated. And each area council will be working with the local health authority in verifying the vaccine status of all persons attending our conference. All relevant state agencies have been engaged to ensure that the appropriate protocols are in place and are adhered to in line with the DRM regulation. We are giving the assurance to the country that we will practice good public health, taking into consideration that we are still challenged by COVID-19. Presentations will come from our site within each location and will be broadcast nationally. We will use the opportunity to ask our supporters not to turn up at any of these 10 locations unless you are so qualified in doing so. As a government, as a party, we have a responsibility to demonstrate that in asking the country to adhere to the protocols, that we are prepared as a party in action to encourage Jamaicans to do likewise. The conference will be covered by all major news networks across the country. It will be carried on social media, on the party social media page, and all our affiliate organizations.
The country is due a local government election, and you have the power as the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. Can we expect that election to be held soon?
The elections were postponed until next year. The government's attention right now, as the Prime Minister has stated, that we are looking to get as many Jamaicans vaccinated to cross this hurdle of COVID-19. If and when that time comes, the government will speak to that. But right now, the issue of the government is to take the country forward out of the depths of COVID and to rebuild the confidence of the Jamaican people in our economy.
You promised to bring hope to the people of Jamaica at the conference. We'll see where the government had to reissue or declare 7 states of public emergency because crime has gotten out of control. Talk to us about that.
The Prime Minister will speak extensively at the conference on the question of security. But let me say, crime is all of us concerned. And I believe collectively, as a people, we can overcome that hurdle if we really truly commit ourselves to the fight against crime.
Could you say how much the conference will cost for this piece?
Well, I'm not in a position now to disclose the numbers.
Yeah.
But you know, a virtual conference will cost you a little more than a face-to-face conference because of the technical requirements of such a conference. But we are looking forward to a great virtual conference, and I want to remind the country that it was the Jamaica Labour Party that first took a virtual public meeting to the country when we did so in the general elections of 2020.